Today, I want to tell you something that could completely change the way you view success and wealth. If you feel stuck while watching others grow, this message is for you. I spent 40 years learning these lessons the hard way. No one ever taught me, and I wish I had discovered this much earlier. What I'm about to reveal to you today is not taught in schools, and rich people make sure to keep this information to themselves. Now imagine yourself in 2025, looking back and realizing that this moment was the turning point in your life. I'm not here to sell you a dream, but to give you the keys I wish I had received at 20. These 6 lessons transformed my financial life and continue to change it today. One of them made me quadruple my income in just 18 months. Another made me save more money than in my entire adult life. But before I continue, let me be honest with you. If you're looking for a shortcut, this content isn't for you. But if you're ready to question everything you believe about money, then keep going. The last lesson is the most important, the difference between those who truly succeed and those who remain stuck in financial mediocrity. I promise that the next few minutes will save you years of mistakes and frustrations. I'll get straight to the point, no fluff. If you're truly ready to change your life, write in the comments, "I'm ready to change my life." This content is for those tired of empty promises and wanting real results. If this makes sense to you, hold on tight, because what comes next might be the most valuable information you'll hear this year. Have you ever stopped to think about how much time you spend on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube every day? 2 hours, 4 hours, more? While you mindlessly scroll through your screen, something is happening in your brain. These platforms are not just entertainment, they are silent teachers. And guess what? They influence your decisions more than your parents' advice. If you think you're not influenced, answer me this. How many times have you bought something because you saw it online? How many times have you changed your opinion after watching a video? Exactly. These algorithms can be your allies or your enemies. It's like a dog. Either you train it or it takes you wherever it wants. So you have 2 options. Keep consuming everything that pops up and be manipulated by the algorithms, or take control and turn your feed into a learning machine. Want an example? For 1 month, I only liked and followed content about investments, entrepreneurship, and personal development. What happened? My feed turned into a free university. The meaningless dance videos and gossip disappeared. In their place, million-dollar strategies, productivity tips, and valuable insights appeared. In 3 months, my mindset changed completely. My conversations became richer, and my decisions became smarter. Even in challenging times, it is possible to achieve financial freedom and get rich with your salary. In my ebook, which is linked in the pinned comment, How to Get Rich. Even with a low salary, you will learn practical strategies to save, invest, and increase your income. And I will show you the way. I'm gifting it to you. The units are limited, so make sure to grab yours now before they run out. Now, I challenge you. For the next 30 days, program your algorithm. Clean up your feed, follow people who inspire you, and interact only with content that elevates you. Because in today's world, what defines your future is not what your parents taught you, but what you choose to consume every day. It doesn't matter how much money you have, there will always be someone to judge you. If you earn little, they'll belittle you. If you earn a lot, they'll feel envious. I learned this the hard way. Early in my career, proud of my first successes, I told everyone about my income and projects. Result? I became a walking target. Suddenly, friends appeared asking for money, people minimizing my efforts and giving unsolicited advice. Money doesn't change people, it just reveals who they truly are. Few care about the hours you work to get where you are. Many just want to know your bank balance. So keep your financial information to yourself. Your money is like your bank password, personal and non-transferable. Protect it and avoid unnecessary problems. For years, I tried to help people who simply didn't want help. Friends who complained about work but did nothing to change. Partnerships that didn't progress because the other side refused to evolve. It was like trying to push a car with the handbrake on, tiring and frustrating. Until I realized a harsh but necessary truth: you can't force a flower to bloom. If someone doesn't want to change, there's nothing you can do. The best thing you can do is focus your energy on people who truly want to grow. I've had to distance myself from toxic friends, replace business partners, and even reorganize my team. It was hard, but each time I did this, new doors opened and incredible people entered my life. Your energy is precious. Don't waste it trying to change those who don't want to change. Invest in those who want to grow with you. If you truly want to achieve financial freedom, you need to understand that wealth is not just about money, it's about control. Control over your time, your choices, and, most importantly, your income sources. Most people spend their entire lives trading hours for money, stuck in an endless cycle of work and bills to pay. But the truly wealthy think differently. The big truth no one tells you is that depending on a single source of income is one of the biggest financial traps. The world can change from one day to the next. Companies close, markets crash, jobs are cut with no warning, and those with only one salary to rely on are vulnerable to all of this. I remember a friend who worked for 15 years at a renowned company. He believed he was safe, that his job was stable. Until one Friday afternoon he received unexpected news: staff cuts. From one day to the next, he lost everything. No backup plan, no investments, no other income sources. He thought he was safe, but in reality, he was on the edge of financial collapse without even realizing it. This made me realize that true security doesn't come from a fixed job, but from diversifying your sources of income. That's when I made a decision. Never again would I depend on a single way of making money. I started small. I created a second income stream by selling online courses on what I already knew. Then I invested part of my money in investment funds and stocks. In no time, money began working for me. Before I knew it, I had 3, 4, 5 different income streams. That's when I experienced true freedom, knowing that even if one of my businesses failed, I still had other ways to make a living. If you want financial independence, you need to build a system where money keeps flowing in, even when you're not working. It could be an online business, investments, rental properties, or even royalties from something you've created. The key is to diversify. Now, I challenge you to reflect. If tomorrow you lost your main source of income, how long could you survive without panicking? If the answer scares you, it's time to start building new sources of income. Financial independence is not a privilege of millionaires. It's a decision, and this decision starts now. Have you noticed how much banks love offering you credit cards? High limits, reward programs, cashback, exclusive benefits. It sounds like a great deal, right? But the truth is, all of this was created to make you spend more than you should. The credit card gives you the false sense that you have more money than you actually do. And that's exactly why so many people fall into the debt trap. It starts with small purchases. A dinner here, a shirt there, a phone split into 12 installments. And before you know it, the bill comes in higher than your salary. Credit card interest rates are among the highest in the market. To give you an idea, the average interest rate for revolving credit in Brazil exceeds 400% per year. This means that if you miss a payment, you could end up paying double or even triple the original amount. The bank doesn't want you to pay everything at once. It wants you to pay the minimum so that you stay stuck in debt for as long as possible. I remember a friend who earned a good salary but could never save money. He always said he needed the credit card to organize himself better. Until one day, he did the math and realized he was paying over 1,500 Rs just in interest and bank fees every month. That was practically an entire rent payment thrown away. The solution? He decided to cancel all his cards, started using only cash and debit, and set up a strict budget. In 6 months, he paid off all his debts and for the first time in years, managed to save money. So if you want to build true wealth, follow these 3 simple rules. Stop using your credit card as if it were extra money. It's not a bonus or a salary increase. If you don't have the amount available in your account, simply don't buy it. Never split unnecessary purchases. Splitting a phone or a TV might seem harmless, but in reality, it's a sign that you're buying something you can't afford. If you need to split it, it's not the right time to buy. Create an emergency fund. Many people use the credit card to cover unexpected expenses, but if you have an emergency fund with at least 3 to 6 months of expenses saved, you'll never need to rely on credit to pay an unexpected bill. The credit card was designed to enrich banks, not you. If you want to achieve true financial independence, cut the cards, live within what you can actually afford, and learn to make your money work for you, not against you. Have you heard of the difference between assets and liabilities? If not, this might be the most important lesson in your financial life. Most people work hard to make money, but never learn what they should actually do with it. They spend it all on things that seem valuable, but actually just make them poorer. Meanwhile, the wealthy do the opposite. They use money to buy assets, which are things that put more money in their pockets. But what are assets and liabilities? Assets are anything that generates income or appreciates over time. Examples include rental properties, dividend-paying stocks, own businesses that generate profits, and investments that grow over time. Liabilities are things that take money out of your pocket. Examples include car loan payments, credit card filled with unnecessary purchases, a high-end phone that loses value quickly, and expensive clothes that you hardly ever wear. The big trap is that many people think they're investing when they're actually just accumulating liabilities. They buy a financed car and think it's an asset, but every month they pay interest, insurance, and maintenance. They buy a huge house and think it's an asset, but they forget that it generates high costs and doesn't bring any financial return. Meanwhile, the wealthy invest first. They put their money into income-generating assets and then use that income to buy the luxuries they desire. They know that if they want a new car, the best thing isn't to finance it, but to have an investment that pays for the installments without compromising the budget. How to start buying assets and building wealth. Stop spending everything you earn. Before buying anything, ask yourself, will this put money in my pocket or take it out? If it's a liability, think twice before buying. Invest before spending. Set aside a percentage of your salary to invest before paying any other bills. It can be 10%, 20%, or even more. The important thing is to make it a habit. Transform your mindset. Instead of thinking, how much is this going to cost me? Ask yourself, how can this make me earn more money? This simple change makes all the difference. Start small, but start. You don't need to wait until you have a lot of money to invest. With 50 Rs, you can already buy dividend-paying stocks. With basic knowledge, you can create extra income on the internet. The most important thing is to take the first step. The poor work for money. The rich make money work for them. The choice is yours. The credit card may seem like a powerful tool, but for many people, it becomes a silent trap that keeps them stuck in an endless cycle of debt. Ads show how easy it is to split anything, but what no one tells you is the real cost: outrageous interest, hidden fees, and financial chaos that can last for years. Think about it. If you have to split something into 12 installments, can you really afford it? If a simple dinner or a new outfit goes on credit, it means your money isn't enough to cover your basic expenses. And believe me, this is the perfect recipe to drown in debt without even realizing it. Banks love offering you high limits because they know that once you start spending, it'll be hard to stop. They don't care if you're in debt because the interest you pay is exactly what keeps those institutions rich. The game is simple. The more you use the card, the more money they make, and the more you lose. How to escape this trap and stop relying on the credit card. Use the card only for real emergencies. If it's not something essential, like an unexpected medical expense, avoid using it as much as possible. Always pay the full bill. Never fall into the trap of paying only the minimum. Credit card interest rates are among the highest in the world and can turn a small debt into an unpayable snowball. Adopt cash payment as a rule. If you can't buy something with the money you have today, maybe you shouldn't buy it now. The discipline of paying everything in full prevents impulsive spending. Create an emergency fund. Having a financial reserve for unexpected expenses means you'll never need to resort to credit for urgent bills. Lower your limit or cancel the card. If you have trouble controlling spending, reduce your card limit to a symbolic amount or, if necessary, cancel it altogether. It's better to live without it than spend years paying excessive interest. Wealth isn't about how much money you earn, but how much you keep and grow. If your salary barely lasts until the end of the month because it's committed to credit card debt, something needs to change. Financial freedom begins when you take control of your money, and that means not letting cards decide your future. Many people believe that keeping money in a bank account is synonymous with financial security. They feel comfortable seeing a positive balance and believe that this is enough to guarantee a peaceful future. But the reality is quite different. What no one tells you is that money sitting idle loses value over time. Inflation silently erodes your purchasing power. What today can buy a full shopping cart, in a few years may not even buy half a dozen items. Meanwhile, banks use your money to profit, lending at high interest rates while paying you almost nothing in returns. If you truly want to build wealth, you need to understand that simply saving money is not enough. The secret lies in making it work for you. How to turn your money into a growing asset. Invest in income-generating assets. Instead of letting your money sit idle, invest in assets that bring returns, such as real estate funds, stocks of solid companies, or businesses that can grow over time. Diversify your income sources. Relying solely on a salary can be risky. Look for ways to create new income sources, whether through a personal business, passive income, or strategic investments. Avoid leaving money in a savings account. Savings accounts offer low returns and often can't outpace inflation. Look for more profitable options, such as fixed income or indexed investments. Use money to acquire knowledge. The best way to multiply your wealth is by investing in learning. Courses, books, and mentorships can help you make smarter financial decisions and increase your earnings. Understand that idle money is lost money. Financial security doesn't come from a balance in the bank, but from the ability to multiply your resources and make strategic decisions about where to allocate your capital. True financial freedom happens when your money grows without you needing to work more for it. So, instead of being proud of your bank balance, start thinking about how it can grow to ensure your independence in the future. Many people still believe that financial security means having a comfortable bank balance. But the truth is that idle money loses value over time. Inflation silently erodes your purchasing power, and what today can buy a full shopping cart in just a few years may not even be enough for the basics. While your money sleeps in the bank, banks use that same capital to profit. They lend at extremely high interest rates, while you earn almost nothing in returns. What does this mean? That keeping money idle is not security, it's a missed opportunity. If you really want to build wealth, you need to think like the people who multiply their wealth. Your money should work for you, not the other way around. And one of the smartest ways to do this is by investing in strong currencies. Why invest in strong currencies? Have you ever stopped to think that the value of your money depends on the country you live in? Some currencies lose value quickly due to economic instability, inflation, and political decisions. Meanwhile, strong currencies like the US dollar, the euro, and the Swiss franc remain stable and even appreciate over time. Big investors know this and protect their wealth by diversifying their reserves into safer currencies. You can do the same and intelligently increase your income. How to invest in strong currencies and protect your wealth. Keep part of your money in stable currencies instead of keeping all your money in the local currency. Convert part of it into strong currencies like the dollar or the euro. This way you protect your wealth from devaluation. Invest in international assets. You can buy shares of foreign companies, invest in international funds, or even purchase bonds from countries with stronger economies. Use platforms that allow you to store digital currencies backed by strong currencies. Stablecoins, like USDT, tied to the dollar, can be a safe alternative to keep your money protected without relying on the traditional banking system. Avoid putting all your capital in one place. Keep some money in the bank, another part in investments, and a fraction in strong currencies to ensure you're prepared for any economic setbacks. Turn your financial reserve into a growth strategy. Financial security doesn't just mean saving money, but ensuring it retains its value and grows over time. While many still think that money in the bank equals security, those who truly understand finance know that investing in strong currencies is one of the best ways to preserve and increase wealth. I hope these tips have been helpful and that you feel more prepared to make smarter financial decisions. So, what did you think of the video? Leave your impressions in the comments and tell me, what are you doing to improve your financial life? I'm curious to know how you're putting these strategies into practice. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell to never miss new content. See you next time.